Yes, I am the Tax Man, and welcome back to the Tax Man Show. Oh, this is the IRS Radio Hour on AM 560, The Answer.
Gentlemen, enough of this. How about taking up the tax?
How about taking up the carpet?
I still insist we must take up the tax.
He's right. You've got to take up the tax before you can take up the carpet.
He's right. Thank you, Deborah. That was good. I'm laughing. Camera. I like that. Okay, so this is, now again, that was Deborah, our technical producer. Our co-host is Jim Leahy, and our very special guest today is Mark Hirsch, attorney Mark Hirsch, also a client of ours. So I wanted to talk about a couple in between segments here. We were discussing. I was going to talk about the IRS and the delay that it's causing for the government shutdown.
And now here's that man with a head just crammed full of knowledge. Mr. Know-It-All.
Deborah, this is why you're the best in the business. She keeps you
honest.
On point.
She keeps me honest. That's true. And okay, so here's the question. Is the government shutdown affecting people with IRS problems? The answer is yeah. Some things are good because the IRS can't come after you. Although I got to tell you that a lot of people, I'm getting a lot of calls, and I got a call yesterday, and I said, "What's the date on that letter?" It was dated last week. And he had an installment agreement, and they're asking him, hey, we need you to reestablish that installment agreement because it's a partial installment agreement. Remember, a partial installment agreement means I'm not paying the IRS all that I owe them. And so if I start making more money, the IRS wants me to start paying more before they can't come after me. And so, and I asked him, well, what's the date on that? He sent me the copy of the letter, and it gives him a number to call by a certain date, which is I believe it was the 16th he has to call back, which is Wednesday. I called that number. There's nobody there. Nobody was there to answer the number.
How do you leave a record that you called?
You don't. And actually, it doesn't matter if you leave a record.
Okay.
They don't. The IRS really doesn't care if you're trying to solve your problem. And this is what I get this a lot in that people say, well, at least I'm trying to show them I'm being honest.
Yep.
I'm making an effort.
It's like watching Cops when people are like, I'm going to be honest, officer, I just had a little bit of dope on me.
Yeah, I was like, well, you're still going.
There's a little bit in the car. It's like,
you're still going.
Thanks for your honesty. That's going to make my job much easier.
We had one of our trusted professionals, an attorney, say, does DUI works. Never admit to ever drinking anything if you get pulled over. Don't lie. Never lie. And that's the same thing to the IRS. Never lie to the IRS, but tell them, I need you to call my attorney. I'm not going to answer any questions. Don't answer questions because it just gets you in trouble. We talked about this before, and I talked to the IRS, and I told the IRS when he wanted to interview my client, I could think of 1,001 reasons why you shouldn't talk to my client, and that because that's Section 1001. Which makes it a crime to lie to a federal agent, and you go to prison for 5 years for that, even innocently, as Martha Stewart found out, because that's how they got her. And so when the IRS wants to talk to you, tell them you need to talk to your attorney first. Don't answer any questions, and then you can give me a call or call another attorney. But call an attorney. Don't do it yourself. But again, now I have a closing coming up on a property, and in that we need to get a withdrawal from the IRS tax lien.
Oh.
Well, guess what? We ain't getting a withdrawal from the IRS tax lien because they ain't working.
They're not there.
They're not there.
Oh.
And so we have a deadline. Now, luckily, we worked that into the agreement. There's a contingency.
That's why you're the best.
You got to think about these things because the IRS doesn't care about your deadlines.
Yeah, that's why you're the best.
They have their own deadlines, and they don't always match your deadline. And so again, you got to think of these things. But so the shutdown is affecting people. With the IRS, I don't know how long they can. Although I did see that the president said that they're going to put some people on to make sure that you get your tax refund.
Yeah.
And why is that? Because that's a political nightmare, right? If people don't get their money, then that will be political. It'll be now another good thing about the government shutdown. I think I mentioned this last week. Is I went to Grand Canyon and I didn't have to pay the $35 because there was nobody there to collect.
Oh, that's
$35.
Good. That's good.
So that was good too. So good things. There's good and bad with the government shutdown, but it is
the closing is the most alarming.
That is alarming.
That could being a realtor. That's
and there's lots of things.
alarming.
Matter of fact, a lot of mortgage people are having problems. because they can't.
You can't get an
you can't
FHA
get
loan. Yeah, you
transcripts.
can't get your conventional loan. You can have, but anything backed by the government.
But even conventional loans, they want tax transcripts. You can't get the tax transcripts.
There a lot of people. I've been reading that they've been waiving a lot of them.
I understand.
I'm no attorney, so I'm not giving any legal advice.
It's true that some are waiving it, but that doesn't mean there's not a problem. Because there's a problem, that's why they're waiving it. But this will cause problems to the banks because they won't have proof of your loan, of your income, because they can't get the transcript. So now they're going back to the I promise that's true. And
you're right.
That
is going to cause it. So now's the time to buy a home, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a call. Let's start thinking about tomorrow today. I do assist home buyers. I'm awesome with that.
You are awesome with that. And so, but remember, the IRS the government shutdown does affect the IRS. Some good, some bad. If you have questions, give me a call, 312-664-6649. And I'll explain it to you.
But we hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
That's right. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. Remember, Open Tax Resolution is there for you for your everyday needs, such as groceries. No, I'm joking. Listen, if you have any tax problems, they help you with the groceries, too, because you can buy them. 312-664-6649 or visit ChicagoTaxTeam.com. It's going to be your hub to help fight the IRS. Ladies and gentlemen, go to WatchTalkRadio.com. It's a great avenue to get in touch with us and see our past shows. And also listen to our sponsors come back on AM 560. The Answer.